What's up, y'all? We back at it, and we got this new series called Gonron Egg. I actually checked out the first chapter last week, and I was trying to do a video, but so much was going on with Black Clover, with Halloween, and just stuff in general. So it was a lot going on. I read the first chapter, and I actually enjoyed the first chapter. I thought it was pretty good. It focused around this character named Gonron, and humans are enslaved by these monsters that came from the sky, or whatever the case may be, because their previous king got overthrown by a new king, and this new king doesn't like humans. And we have it where Gonron finds this egg, and this egg becomes a friend. The egg starts speaking to him, and we soon find out that this egg is the child of the former king, and it wants to reclaim its throne. And in order to do that, it needs more power. It needs time to grow stronger. And it's been feeding off the life force from our main character, Gonron. We even have it where Gonron is actually killed in the first chapter, which was crazy. He gets killed in the first chapter, and you have it where this egg brings him back. I can't remember the name of the egg. I should have looked it up. But anyway, the egg brings him back and grants him some power and says like, yo, you will be my servant. You will be my, we will be as equals as we climb and try to reclaim the throne. And once that happens, I will make peace for humans and monsters alike. And you have it where they defeated the monster that was enslaving Gonron his whole life, which was insane the way they treated Gonron. It's just insane. But you have it where, we actually got this second chapter right here. We're about to dive right into it. And if this is something y'all guys want me to continue to cover, let me know in the comment section below by thumbing it up, as well as, just saying you rock with the series. Now, when I look at the art style, it's nothing fancy, but it does remind me of Seven Deadly Sins as far as the art style. The main character, he got two different color eyes. He got scars all over his body. He kind of reminds me of Meliodas a little bit, and maybe that's just the art style. He has red hair, one black eye, one yellow eye, and he's wearing like these gauntlets. So far, I mean, I do like the design. Like I said, the art isn't the best, but I do like the character design for Gonron. And we're going to get into this second chapter. We got this amazing color page. I'll put it on the screen so you guys could check it out. And we have in this second chapter where the egg is telling Gonron like he needs to eat the hearts of these demons that they defeat. They defeated his captor, his master in the previous chapter, which had him enslaved. And because of that, they devoured his heart as well. And those hearts are needed to make Gonron's body more acceptable to feed energy to this egg so that it could one day hatch. If I'm not mistaken, the egg said about 10 years of feeding off the life force of Gonron should be enough for it to fully hatch. I imagine that will happen at some point. And they say like they will continue to hunt down the bad, evil monsters that's part of this egg's race. And as they do that, they will devour the hearts and become stronger and stronger. So you have it where Gonron is eating regular human food, and he says it's the first time he ate food that was this good because he's been a slave his whole life. Like I said, the story is pretty sad. You see that the world is just all crumbled. Buildings is just broken up because these monsters are pretty much enslaving humans everywhere they see them. You got it where the egg is telling Gonron like, once he's restored to the throne, he'll help it where monsters and humans can live in peace together, that technology and stuff can develop for humans, that they can have history courses where they talk about culture and philosophies and stuff like that. That's all stuff he plans to restore once he, gains enough power to take the throne back. So you got it where they're walking around, and Gonron's really looking for his sister. He hasn't seen his sister in years, his younger sister, but because he's a slave, he wasn't free to go look for her. So they go to this city that's nearby, and in hopes of finding his sister. And then when they get to the city, you see this dude about to be, destroyed or thrown off a cliff by one of these monsters, these so-called monsters. And you have it where this guy's crime was not was stealing stuff so that his sister could have a proper meal before she passed away from a disease that she had. That was his crime. And because of that, this monster devoured his sister. He said, your sister tastes good. I ate her before she could die from her disease. So in a way, I put her out of her misery. Ruthless as hell. And you have it where this guy's like, thank you for doing that. And then this monster looks at him and says, like, yo, you're no fun. You know, you don't fight back. You're pathetic. You're a pathetic human. Like, you just agree with everything I say. So now it's time that you die. And this monster goes to throw this kid off the cliff. He's falling to his death. And that's when you have Gonron shows up. Gonron shows up. He catches this kid. And this kid said, like, yo, why did you do that, man? Why did you save me? I was finally going to be at peace. Meaning, like, yo, it's peace and death as opposed to being peace within life. And you have it where even the egg is looking like, yo, that monster killed your sister. Where's your rage? Where's your anger? And this guy's just so brainwashed. He was just like, yo, you know, that you're not supposed to disobey the master. Like, that's not what you do. You're not allowed to dream of stuff like that. Next thing you know, you have it where this monster is laughing and taunting the boy, saying like, yo, who told you to have friends? Who told you to do this? Shouldn't you be groveling at my feet? And he bows down asking for forgiveness, which is just, it's insane in itself. And then you have it where, you know, Gonron and the egg go to say like, yo, you know, we're on a quest to unite humans and monsters alike, you know, to have equality between the two. And this monster says like, yo, are you serious? You want us to return to the way things was? There's no way we'll do that. There's no way we'll be treated the same as a human filth. And then you have it where Gonron says, well, it looks like we're going to have to fight these guys. We're going to have to take this guy out and slay him. And he's like, yo, he looks at the human, the boy who lost his sister, saying like, yo, you'll be free soon. So stop laughing at yourself. Next thing you know, you have it where Gonron slashes this monster. His design looks sick when he goes into his full, I guess, half hybrid human form. But anyway, he slashes the face of this monster. The monster's like, yo, what was that just now? Then he looks at Gonron and he sees the former king. And you have it where this guy's looking at Gonron like, yo, I'm sorry, please, I beg you. But within an instant, you got it where Gonron slices him in half as he says, my lord, forgive. I'm imagining he was going to say, forgive me, before he got slashed up by Gonron. Next thing you know, you have it where Gonron walks up to this boy who lost his sister and says like, yo, when we humans can live in pride again, you know, that will be a glorious day. If you were to die now, you'll never get to see it. So, you know what I'm saying? What happened to your sister? I am sorry. Meaning like he wish he was there sooner in order to help this kid out. But next thing you know, you got it where Gonron is walking off as he picks up the heart of this monster that he just finished off, and he eats it, and he says like, yo, we'll become a beacon of hope for all of humankind. And that's how the second chapter ends. Like I said, this series is pretty dope. I'm liking it so far. Am I liking it better than Kamigami, which just got canceled, just got axed? I'm not sure. I feel like the first chapter of I don't know. I would say they're both equal far as like what I like, but Kamigami got canceled after 17 chapters, I believe. So I'm curious to see how far this series will go. But let me know your thoughts on it down below. And if you like this video, thumb it up, please subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.